Late January 2021, Gary Stern from NARA begins meeting with Joe Biden's White House counsel as well as members of the DOJ. Late January 2021. The lawfare began before Joe Biden even had time to change the curtains. All right, Texas Senator Ted Cruz joins us tonight to talk about all this. Sir, it's good to have you back on the show. I want to start here. The FBI says nothing that wasn't standard procedure was used with the Mar-a-Lago raid. They say it was all standard. And you know, maybe that's the problem. Clearly, there was a lot of dissent from the agents, angry at the DOJ higher-ups who were pushing for this very combative raid.
Well, look, the fact that this search warrant and that the procedures for this authorized the use of deadly force, and the fact that Merrick Garland personally signed off on it, is an absolute outrage. As you know, I do a podcast every week, Verdict with Ted Cruz, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's podcast, we do a deep dive on exactly this topic. And listen, their talking point that this is standard, at some level, that's right. When you have a search warrant, it's standard that you authorize the use of deadly force. And that makes sense if you're executing a search warrant on a drug dealer or a criminal that you know that it can get violent and the agents need to be able to defend themselves. This was not a run-of-the-mill search warrant. This was the former president of the United States. If you look at the documents, they anticipated the potential of having run-ins with the Secret Service, and indeed they anticipated the Secret Service potentially resisting. And so the utter lack of judgment of the Attorney General to sign off on, yep, go on in, guns blazing, to raid the former president, it shows just how partisan and how politicized the Department of Justice has gotten, that the Attorney General could personally think this is a good idea to go in and potentially shoot the president or anyone near him. That makes no sense whatsoever, and anyone with any modicum of judgment would know that.
Yeah, and just to re-emphasize the point that there were agents on the ground that had a real problem with what the DOJ was trying to do here. There were dissenting agents, and that tells you everything. This is not just hyperbole.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this was.